Island was very controversial when it first came out. A lot of people hated on this island, mostly for the fact that it was a really empty and repetitive song when it first came out. Do those opinions apply to us? Let's see. So Faerie doesn't really have a lot of bad monsters, but there are some stinkers. Vasquez is absolutely nothing at all, and you could remove it from a song and nothing would change. Flute Fly is also really nothing. It's a rehash of Con and Dendu, but with none of the qualities that made that track so good. Stog is also really underwhelming, with it being one of the most bare bones, average air fillers a track could ever get. And while dipsters are still dipsters, while they're at least fun, they muddy up Fiddle Soto quite a bit and are still not the most pleasing thing to listen to. So Faerie has one big issue that holds the island back. It's the percussion line. Now, none of these tracks individually are bad. The problem is similar to Shanty but much more extreme, with their placements being what hold all of them back. Most of them don't really get any moments to shine on their own, since the songs treats them as just filler background noise, which sucks because we do have some really good tracks here that are made weaker by this treatment. Squat in particular is the biggest offender, with its track being really good, especially with Noggin, but they only play once together and Squat cutting off halfway into the verses really stinks for it. The only percussion to have interesting placements in this song is Pong Ping, which is why we found it to be the best one, and also I'm a really big fan of Zig Rap in general, so points there. Okay, there's quite a bit to go over here, so let's begin with the most impactful monster, Plady. Its track, while simple, is insanely effective, with it giving much of the atmosphere and vibe that Faerie has. It's so important that without this one monster, Faerie just really isn't a song. Its companion Bridget is also a really good counter melody, and the two work really well together to fill in lots of dead air and keep the vibe of the song going. Fiddle is a great seasonal track, and without its inclusion, the verse it plays in is boring and dead, but it adds so much charm and energy to that verse, and the authentic fiddle just really makes it work. Just a fantastic track all around. Krillby and Tusky are two of the most impactful monsters in the whole Faerie expansion, with Krillby adding much needed melody to the parts it plays in, and Tusky adding more delicious fillings to the cake, and elevating both Bridget and Mammoth when it plays. Canturel and Hibbity Hop are very fun vocals that have a very memorable call and response together, and some really good vocal performances. Even though the percussion does have its issues, Pumping does manage to hold its own with fun rhythms and actually interesting placements. But without question, the best monster on the island is going to be Kana. Its melody is interesting, charming, and catchy, all at once, made even better by the passionate vocal performance that goes along with it. And it doesn't overshadow any other monster, and it duets perfectly with everything that it plays with. One of the better Kanas by far. So that's Faerie Island, a very charming and fun song. So is it good? Yes, it is good. It has its weaknesses, but the positives heavily outweigh the negatives. And that's that. Do you agree or disagree? Did my words charm you like a fairy tale, or did you think it was like a horror story? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.